Yo, 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 yo. I think you know what time it is. If you don't know what time it is, let me tell you what time it is. It's time to paint, homies. I'm in here shuffling through my drawer real quick. I'm looking for one of my cue cards. Oh my lord, I done lost a cue card. I'm gonna have to pray about that one. All right, y'all. Welcome to another painting session with your boy, Bee Doublehue. All right, what are we making? Well, like some will see this as a painting, but I see this as a bridge. A bridge to what? To our own self-worth. All right, this is probably like the 10th or 12th painting session on this bridge. What does this bridge look like? Well, let me show you. It's these clowns. Let me show you these clowns. Ollie gave them names. He gave them some names, but I don't quite know what their names are.
I can tell you.
All right, so that's that. That's what they look like. How did we get here? Well, quick recap. Go something like this. I had an idea, right? It starts here. You know, what are the symbols of self-worth? Well, we really only ever have three symbols: the circle, the triangle, and the square. And everything pretty much comes thereafter. So like self-worth, right, is like you may have like a big group, on one side, but self-worth is saying, this is where I stand. This is how I feel. This is what I believe. This is what I'm going to do. All right, so then here we are. Then we ended up with the image, right? But in this case, honestly, y'all, the image came before everything else. Like, I had this idea of, I had this memory. It wasn't even just an idea of all the clowns being stuffed into the car. And not stuffed into the car. That's what they made it look like, right? They just kept coming out of the car. It was like, man, 20 something clowns done came out of this one little beat up Volkswagen. Like, how? What in the world? That's the type of thing you see as a kid, and it changes your whole trajectory. Okay, so a lot's going on in the world, right? A lot is going on in the world, and we are grateful for that. I think if I had to put a theme on my day already, it's like 10 in the morning. But the theme for my day, hands down, has to be identity. Identity. And look, that's on my cue card. Right there in the middle. Because why identity? Well, I woke up with my with this business on my mind. And I was like, man, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I knew exactly what it is that we were doing. But when I woke up this morning, I couldn't even explain it to myself, bro. You know how maddening that is? It's maddening. And it's like I've spent the last couple of months trying to get this part straight, and it's starting to feel more raggedy than this truck that I'm painting right now. I keep calling it a truck, but I guess it's a truck. Who knows? It's a giant clown car. All right, so last thing, you're with me for another 25 minutes. At the 25-minute mark, I'm going to share my prepared close with you all. Excuse me. All right. Something that's been on my mind is, how often do you change your water? How often do you change your painting water? Well, I mean, I use acrylic, so it's water that I'd have to change out. If it was oil, it would be turpentine, right? We'll worry about this prepared close when we get to an actual closing position. But for now, we gonna paint these dudes. Are we painting the dudes today? I'm not quite sure. I never know. Let's look at it. We need to work the truck, but we're gonna work the window. We're gonna work the window. Look, man, I'll start saying one thing a lot of the time, man. I'll start saying something while we're doing these videos and then completely forget what it was that I was talking about. And I think this happens because I am over here doing like 4 things at once. So if you're listening to me and I trail off on you, man, just forgive me, bruh. If I just stop talking for a second, bro, just give me a little bit of patience. You should be painting on something yourself anyway. If you ain't, then maybe draw something. But what I think I left out is the image and how we got to the image. We took this image, right? I ran it through our good friend Chad. I did, y'all. Chat gave me this. All right. But now we have the responsibility of turning this into a work of art. Okay, I think the opening is all the way open now. I've been listening to Don Shirley as we work on this painting. And I've been hooked on him ever since watching the Green Book, man. Talk about somebody that was not a clown. Talk about somebody that would fight for their self-worth. I mean, and I don't know him, but that's certainly the person that they depicted in the movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, so what do I need to tell you? A little bit of housekeeping. Yesterday's video, I posted it to the wrong YouTube channel. I don't know. My YouTube channels the wires done got crossed, y'all. So that's something that is ongoing. That's a developing situation. It'll get straightened out here soon enough. In time. Why am I painting this black section black? Well, honestly, it might be a mistake that I'm painting this section right here black. Kind of hard to say. But one thing that I do know is that we paint from the back to the front, from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. And one of the things that I'm attempting to do here is create the depth into the van, car, truck, wagon, clown car. All right, so check this out. Something that I didn't say that I really needed to say. That even went back to yesterday. Good Lord, I just forgot it. Oh my goodness. I'm not that old. I swear to God, I'm not that old. But I did just forget what it was that I needed to say. Here, let me paint for a couple. Oh, okay, I remembered. Okay, so yesterday, we painted the end of the session, and we recorded the end of the painting session. Today, we are painting the beginning of the painting session. Why does this matter? Why is this important? There are two different types of activities that happen in your painting session, right? The first half of your painting session, you're going to be making a lot of decisions. Does this go here? Does that go there? Is this going to be blue? Is this going to be red? The second half of your session is going to change. You go from being the officer to being the sergeant. And it's like all about execution. If you're still trying to make decisions on the second half of your painting session, you didn't make enough decisions somewhere earlier down the line, and that's why you're still sorting things out with your paintbrush. Oh man, we got a comment. We had a comment on one of our videos. Oh my goodness. Let's celebrate. We got a comment. I'm being funny, but I'm also like being for real. You know, and the other day, Ollie came in here and he asked us a question. So we got a question this week and a comment. Let's go. We're coming up in the world. But I wanted to mention the comment because of what they said. Because it kind of hurt my feelings. Well, I mean, the comment wasn't like a mean comment, but it took me back to something that I experienced when I was in art school. I experienced it secondhand. I think my professors liked me enough that, you know, that I was spared from some of. I think my peers and my professors liked me enough that I was saved from some of the horrors that happened to my peers. And I don't think that I was one of the horrors of art school. I might have been. Am I saying horrors or whores? Horses? Hardest. I don't know. Today we're talking about identity. Oh Lord, I trailed off on you. Okay, I think I know where I was going with it. So, I created. Granted, I didn't exactly use the process here for this painting, but I created this process, right? And I don't have a full example on hand, but still, we start with symbols, right? This is like level 1 art right here. Anybody can make this sort of art. Why do I say that? I say that because the way that I made this was I held my pen like this, and I just made a circle, I made a square, and I made a triangle. Okay? If you passed kindergarten math, you can make art. All right, so that's level 1, and that's using symbols to create an image, or that's using symbols to explain life. I guess in short, we could say that's using symbols to make art, okay? Using basic symbols to make art. Complex, not complex. Still. Geometric shapes to make a work of art. Level 2 art is learning how to copy the image. Okay, and level 2 art can be as simple as copying this image, shape for shape, location for location. Level 2 art could also be as complex as copying these shapes, location for location. You know, and you would use methods like a grid, a projector, and your objective is to copy this shape to from one location. I mean, yeah, you're taking it from one surface to another surface, copying each shape in one location to its opposite location or equal location, right? You're not creating anything. You're not creating anything new. You're not even like trying to create anything new. You're trying to copy as exact as you possibly can. Level 3 art is translating those images into objects that occupy space and time. I'm not sure what that's about. Sounds interesting. Level 4. Okay, level 4 is taking those objects that were occupying space and time and then translating them into objects that relate to one another. Right? So that's taking geometric forms and turning them into recognizable objects. That's the activity. So what's level 5? Is there a level 5? Level 5, oh man, this is where art happens, right? Level 5 is this. It's a list. These are the things that you decided that you're going to depict. Right? And then also going back to say, you know, which one does it? Which one creates self-worth? Does this create self-worth? Does the marketplace recognize this here as being self-worth? Or does the marketplace need this? You know, what does What does my customer want? What do I want? What does the world need? Those are and then that completion, that the chosen delivery is when and how art happens. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. So, go in peace with that. Don't, and don't ask somebody else that. Did I make art? Ask yourself, did I create transparency? Did I create something that somebody that does not speak the same language as me would be able to understand it as transparency? With my mother, with my Italian mother-in-law, well, not mother-in-law. Is she my mother-in-law? I don't know. Look, I know like 2 words in Italian: grazie and ciao. Oh, 3, spaghetti. Make it 4, pizza. All right, that's it. But if I took this painting somewhere in to Rome, put it on display, would people understand that? Would they understand our friend Gerald? Would they understand that he's seen enough of it? He's tired of this. He's tired of subjecting himself to this. Would they see somebody that's discovering their own identity? How we doing on time? Oh my goodness, it's 22 minutes. Ah! Hey, Ollie.
Hi. I can tell you their names now.
Oh, you can tell me their names now?
This one is Small Eyes.
The Small Eyes?
This?
Oh, this guy. Oh, okay.
This guy is Small Eyes. This is Small Head. This is Big Head. And this is Driver. Oh,
Okay.
and this is Cornhead.
Oh, that's Cornhead back there. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man. One of the things about Don Shirley is like, man, this guy's only got 10 fingers. And I know that because he is a human. But when you listen to him play this piano, he's got to have at least 12, bro. 25 minutes. It's crazy how that goes, man. I'm getting older right before your very own eye, right before your eyes. 30 minutes at a time, all of us. One day I'll be gone. But this video will still be there. And with that being said, I believe that everything that I've said today will still be true for everyone that comes down the line. And if not, then forgive the ignorance of the past. Okay, here we go. Today, what was today? Today was another work day. 30 minutes and all I got was that fuzzy clown right there, and then like the start of this fuzzy clown right here. Well, as you can tell, I've been thinking about identity lately. Not reputation, not talent, but identity. It's a strange thing, right? The world spends a lot of time telling us what we ought to become. People in the world, at least. A better artist, a better husband, a better father, a better business owner. I think you get it. But I've started wondering if all that striving can make us forget a simpler question. Who are we before all of that? I don't think paintings answer that question. I think they ask it. Every canvas asks me, what do you see? And maybe more importantly, why do you see it that way? Today's painting was clowns sitting in a window. And some people will see this and they'll laugh. Some will feel uncomfortable. I showed this to Martha, and she was like, I don't really like clowns. I was like, ooh. There I go, doing her voice again. Sorry, Martha. Forgive me. I'm taking my chance. I'm rolling the dice, saying that she probably won't be watching this video. Look, none of the reactions are wrong. They're just revealing. I've learned that paintings have a funny way of holding up a mirror. Sometimes the image isn't nearly as interesting as the person looking at it. And maybe that's why I keep showing up. Not because I think I have something figured out, but because every day in the studio teaches me something about myself I didn't know yesterday. Maybe identity isn't something we create. Maybe it's something we uncover. One honest brushstroke. One honest. Wow, Lord. This is the second time I've gotten tripped up on basic words. Something we uncover. One honest brushstroke at a time. Thank you for painting with me once again. A little bit of housekeeping. We publish a monthly magazine to WriteOutDaBox.com. It's like the second button on the homepage. You can click it and see this month's issue. It's got some cool stuff in there. It's got a music video in there. We did a a recognition piece for a middle-aged rapper. What else is in there? It's got paintings, it's got drawings, it's got stories about the paintings and the drawings. Just go ahead and give it a look. If you're looking for the highlights, you can find that on Instagram, probably the easiest place to find it. It's going to be on Instagram.com/BeeDoubleHueart. All right, y'all. Lord willing, we're going to be back tomorrow getting some more of these clowns painted in. Now look, I know what I got to do. I'm gonna paint some more of this window and some more of these clowns hanging out of it. But that's gonna be the next 30 minutes here, and that'll be on the thumbnail for today's session. All right. Anyway,